What did your kid's school do that made you absolutely lose it?
My moment came when my son came home from school with his lunch untouched and his lips cracked from crying. He's 7, sweetest boy, a little shy, sensitive, the kind of kid who hugs the neighbor's cat like it's a baby. That day, I opened his lunchbox and saw everything still there, his sandwich, apple slices, even the cookie I packed special because he had a spelling test. When I asked him why he didn't eat, he said, "Mrs. Kent said I couldn't." I thought maybe he was confused. Maybe he was talking too much in class or didn't finish his work. So I asked what happened. He said he was sitting at the lunch table when a cafeteria aide came over and started yelling at another kid for throwing food. My son, scared by the yelling, got up and moved to the other side of the table. He's anxious around loud voices. Totally something he'd do. Apparently, that broke some no switching seats rule. When Mrs. Kent saw him, she told him to stand up, walk over to the trash can, and throw away his entire lunch in front of the other kids. He told her he was still hungry. She told him, "That's what happens when you don't follow directions." In front of everyone, she made him sit in silence for the rest of lunch. No food, no water, just his little legs swinging under the table, hungry and embarrassed. No one called me, no note, no email, just a hungry, teary-eyed kid who spent the rest of the day trying not to cry in math class. I was fuming. The next morning, I walked straight into that school office before the bell rang. No appointment. I didn't care. I asked the receptionist to call the principal. When he came out all calm and chipper, I didn't even let him finish his greeting. "Did you know your staff is punishing children by taking away their food?" He blinked like he misheard me. I explained clearly, firmly, what happened. My voice was low but sharp. I told him my son is already underweight for his age, already struggles with anxiety, and the one thing that keeps him grounded at school is knowing his routine is safe, including lunch. The principal tried to say there must have been a misunderstanding. I cut him off. Either she did it or she didn't. And my son doesn't lie about being hungry. He called Mrs. Kent to the office. She walked in with that smug, tired look some teachers get when they've already decided your kid's the problem. She started with, "I didn't think it would be such a big deal. He was being disruptive. I lost it. You threw away a 7-year-old's lunch. You humiliated him in front of his classmates. You didn't call me. You didn't send him to the nurse. You let him sit hungry for the rest of the day because he moved 3 feet to avoid shouting. And now you're telling me you didn't think it was a big deal?" Stunned, like no one had ever held her accountable before. I told the principal I expected written confirmation that this would never happen again to my child or any other, and that Mrs. Kent would be removed from any authority involving discipline. I also made it clear that if my son ever came home hungry again, I'd bring it straight to the school board and the local news. And I meant it. That afternoon, the principal emailed me an apology. Mrs. Kent was moved to a non-lunch duty role, and the school revised their cafeteria policy to include no food will ever be withheld from a student